Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to this episode of the Local to Global. Yeah. This is kind of not how I wanted to start this video, but yeah, I think what is best for me for the time being is that this will be the last episode for a while. Like, like an indefinite break, at least. Um, I'm gonna be real. I have class coming up. This upcoming week. I am very much creatively bankrupt for this series. Like I don't know what to do. Like in terms of storylines, like a guy got injured, a guy left, and on top of that, it feels like a chore to do every week, and that's not fair to y'all. Or that's not fair to me. It's not fair to y'all either. To where I'm doing something I'm not enjoying, and I don't know if y'all can tell that I'm not enjoying this right now. Like I'm enjoying coming up with stories and stuff. I'm not enjoying like because I sit in here for hours on end trying to figure out what to do for each show. Like or like hours trying to get all these shows done for a video that is maybe an hour long and took so much longer prep, and I'm just tired. I'm really tired. Um, so I'm taking a break, not from the channel. I'm still doing the podcast stuff, which is going to be moved to next week, which is the 17th. So the 17th we'll be back up with the podcast, but I'm tired. I'm sorry. I need to take a break from this. Like especially with school coming up, I'm getting stuff to move out in a couple months. Yeah. So Dreamscape 5 will be, we'll call it the season finale when I come back to this. Um so yeah. Sorry. I'm just getting that out of the way now, so that way we can enjoy the rest of the episode. But I went ahead already and I booked the first episode for the show. Let's do bottom right. Um yeah. I have everything up here. So we're just gonna go straight into it. I do have a logo for Dreamscape, which I will show after we get done with this TV stuff. But I do hope y'all understand my feelings with this series right now. Um, but we'll come back to it eventually. I just don't know when yet. So yeah, we're just gonna go straight into the opener, which is Wendy Richter, Jacqueline, and Lilani Kai versus Medusa, Lioness Asuka, and Yukari Osawa with a 51 rated match. I'm very happy with that. Um, yeah, but Team Medusa, and they need a team name by the end of the episode. That's gonna be my goal. Um, but Lioness Asuka, Medusa Maselli, and Yukari Osawa defeated Wendy Richter, Jacqueline, and Lilani Kai when Medusa Maselli pinned Jacqueline with a diving crossbody. So after the match, Jacqueline gets in Kai's face. Um, because of how the match ended, I don't remember who pinned who, but yeah, they just got into each other's face. Wendy's trying to break them up. But we move on to the next segment. Sorry, where Bob Murphy announces that there will be extreme and tag team title match or tag team title defenses for Wrestle Queendom 2 during the Dreamscape weekend. With matches next week to decide their challengers. It sucks that this didn't do as well as I thought it would. So, but yeah. So two mixed gender matches for Wrestle Queendom, mostly because of the nature of the titles. Um, so it'll be New Jack versus uh whoever wins his women's match, and a women's tag team will face off against Kid Cash and Shane Helms. Um, so yeah, moving on. Hopefully the segment's better. 40 that we're going back up. With a match between Adam Impact, Christian Cage, and the Blood Brothers against the Step Brothers and the Hardy Boys. With the team of the with Team Blood Brothers defeating Step Brothers and Hardy Boys when Brother Ray pinned Brother Spike with a Bubba Bomb. Brother Ray did the best. What did he get? He got a 47, which is interesting. I guess is probably why they put the TNA World Title on him. Um, in real life. But Coco cuts a promo about Dreamscape 5 saying that he is tired. He's ready to just take a break with Dreamscape. Chavo comes out, tells him that he has an opponent and it's him, and that he will make sure it'll happen. But Coco laughs and walks away from Chavo. We'll see what happens over the next couple weeks. We go into that. There we go. Billy Kidman defends his TV title against Lance Storm, coming off of a loss in the Champions Rally. Hopefully, trying to pick up some wins here and get himself some sort of title match for Dreamscape to defend against. Going up against one of the hooligans, and he successfully defends with a 45. Blitzcrank gets into Kidman's face over Ray's injury. Says he'll beat Koji tonight. And we have Blitzcrank versus Koji Nakagawa in a 40 rated match. Where Blitzcrank won with a corkscrew 450. Yeah, I really thought Koji would have done better, but I guess I only hired him for his Japan popularity, not his America popularity. But we have our main event here with Taz versus Jared Diamond. The team of Taz and Jared Diamond versus Shane, Kid Cash, and Dan Severn, champions and challengers here. But Taz and Jared Diamond defeat the Team Dan Severn. When Taz defeated or submitted Shane Helms with Akari Hajime. Um, and yeah, Chris Jericho was head and shoulders above everybody. That doesn't surprise me. Um, yeah. And we have 51 rated segment with Taz attacking Dan Severn. And that was a 53. That did a lot better than I thought it would, especially with all these 30s. Alright, locker room incidents. Awesome. I don't think I have any. Oh, I didn't use either of these character ideas. Let's go do those real quick before we move on to this next part. Success. And the other one was Medusa Maselli. Yeah, she has very hot momentum. We want her to be above that. There we go. Yeah, and we'll have these creative finishes that will be used for Dreamscape. Yeah, I think there's only one in December, but I think that one's going to be good for Dreamscape. What does it say Dreamscape is? 14th and 15th. Okay. For the weekend. But yeah, we will go straight into the next episode. I don't have a thing here. Alright, we are back with Haymakers Unleashed 34. Let's go into this. Lisa Moretti versus Kat LaRoe versus Misty Blue versus Debbie Malenko for a shot at the Extreme Champion New Jack at Wrestle Queendom, with Kat LaRoe defeating this trio. I think she'll have one more match. Let's go ahead and pre-book that for Wrestle Queendom. Yeah, that's already been confirmed. So, New Jack. It's Kat LaRoe. I don't know who let me put New Jack on a women's show. I don't think he's misogynistic or anything. I just um just a little unhinged if you piss him off. No, I don't need to add to the name of that. We all know what it is. Okay, not that much time. Let's see if we can do a hardcore match. Or Extreme Rules, that's what we've been doing. Jesus Christ, how long can you freaking go, New Jack? There. Okay. Not a good segment, but it did okay. Taz and Dan Severn brawling backstage. There will probably be some addressment of this next week. Our next segment is, if it'll get to it, Blitzcrank defeating Stevie Richards in a high spots match. Got a 38. I miss Rey Mysterio. But in the next segment, Blitzcrank must fight Noel next week for his chance at Billy Kidman. Wendy and Medusa getting each other's faces about their last matches against one another are ready for their third match against each other for the championship. Wendy is held or has been a women's champion since March of this year, winning at Destiny. And we move on to our number one contenders match for the tag team championships at Wrestle Queendom. Lioness Asuka and Yukari Osawa defeating Jacqueline and Lani Kai. When Lioness submitted Jacqueline. And we're just going to go ahead and add that one. And yeah, that's 3 matches confirmed for Wrestle Queendom. I don't think I actually realized how many matches I confirmed for this. Alright, Shanathan Helms and Offspring Cash. I don't have smart-ass names for them, or for these two, but Yukari Osawa and Lioness Asuka for the championships. Excuse me, that should be a fun one. And moving on to our post-match scenes here, Jacqueline and Kai brawl to the back, and it is announced that they will have a match at Dreamscape by the announcers, who had the better segment. So 4 matches announced for Wrestle Queendom. Lani Kai. And next, hopefully this is something a little bit better. Billy Kidman defeating Brother Spike, who has just sustained chronic upper back pain. Me too, King. Me too. Billy Kidman wins the match, making this his 22nd men's championship defense. We move on to the next segment, which is a triple threat tag match. The winner getting a title match at Dreamscape for the tag team championships, with Jared Diamond winning against the Blood Brothers and the Gangstas. Yeah, this show didn't do that well. I'm not very happy with it at all. But they won, and we're just going to go ahead and put this in here. I don't know why I didn't put Severn and Taz in. I might have forgot to, but we'll do that here. Chris Jericho, Simon Diamond. Yeah, Shane Helms and Kid Cash. Alright, there we go. That's what we'll do there, and we'll go ahead and add Taz and Dan Severn. For the men's world title. My headphone keeps telling me battery low, so I'll change that after this. The final segment is a Helms and Cash stare down with the team of Jared Diamond, finishing us off with a 43. Moving on. Locker room incidents. Alright, how long is he gonna be gone? It's being worked through, so that'll be gone by the end of January. So we will do number 35. And I'll see y'all when that is over. So, I legitimately don't know what happened. I don't know why my microphone was off after this point, and I did not notice it until I recorded the last part of the episode. But yeah, so going straight into the show, kicking it off with Pair of Aces versus Brittany Diamond and Tasha Simone. for a title match. I think this no. It's just a match for them to get over. Yeah, yeah. We're not that far back. Okay, thank goodness. But yeah, the match did not do as good as I thought it was, as you can see on my face. I thought we would do better with the technical masterclass, but I forget that that's one of those that needs more time. Um, yeah, Dan Severn and Taz are now agreeing to separate or not attack one another until their match at Dreamscape. That's why Bob Murphy's getting involved because they've attacked each other the last 2 weeks. And I forgot to add that summary part, but that's fine. Billy Kidman does a promo on his weekly defenses and Blitzkrieg in a promo that should have been better. But then he immediately defeats Ace Steel to make his 23rd defense. Jacqueline and Lilani Kai kept promos on each other, really, really angry with each other. Trios match between the Out Crowd and the team of Damien Taka Michinoku, and Minoru Tanaka. When the Out Crowd defeated Team Damien. Medusa Miceli and Wendy Richter cutting a promo battle. A 49 rated segment. Blitzkrieg versus Noel in Blitzkrieg's final match of this gauntlet. Finally getting the big one with a roll up of all things. I'm not sure why I decided to roll up, but Blitzkrieg is ready for Kidman at Dreamscape, and we book it right here for the TV title. Yeah. And sorry if I'm quiet at points. I've been doing this for the last 6 hours. But hopefully it'll be quicker now that all the clips are done and I don't have to come up with anything anymore. Yeah. Jacqueline gets in Kai's face, which I realized immediately that I did this freaking segment twice. It happens to the best of us. I'm only human. And then we get into a trios match between the Jerichoholics and Coco Beware, Shane Helms, and Kid Cash. And Simon Diamond defeated Coco Beware with a Simonizer following interference from Chavo Guerrero, and we'll see where that leads us next week. Yeah. Chavo working the crowd. I don't remember what the segment name was there. Yeah, Coco's mad at Chavo. And the show could have been better. Legitimately. And moving on to the next episode. Number 36. I'm just gonna keep talking so that way I can just get through this for the next 21 minutes. Yeah. And just see this one's completely booked. Yay, whoosh. Oh, it's automatically there. Um, yeah. Uh, Pre-show match is just there to help us there, or just to help us get to our third, whatever you call it. But yeah, Brother Spike is still being afflicted by his chronic back pain or upper back pain, which sucks. Sorry for him. Yeah, Taka Michinoku facing off against Fallen Angel in a high spots match. Fallen Angel won in a 35 rated segment. Taz and Dan are forced to team together for one night per Bob Murphy. And they will face off against the team of Rob Van Dam and Rocky Maivia. Winning the match in a 42 rated segment. Taz hitting Rocky with a overhead belly to belly suplex. Trios match between Ace Steel and the Step Brothers against the Flock. Um, we can get to the next segment, please. Oh Lord, I gotta read this one. Chavo comes to the ring with a birdcage in hand. Coco comes out to ask where Frankie is. Frankie being the bird. Chavo has him says he has him right here. Cloth still over the cage. Chavo reveals a sledgehammer, threatening to smash the cage with the bird in it if he does not get his match. Coco finally accepts. Chavo smashes the cage anyway and walks away, leaving Coco distraught. And Coco removes the cloth to reveal that Frankie was not in the cage. Chavo calls him an idiot and tells him that Frankie was safe in Chavo's locker room the entire time. Yeah, most creatively deep I got tonight. Yeah, the segment should have done better with how much writing I put into it. But I said that when I did this. I don't know why this portion's so long. I don't know. We'll see. Medusa and Wendy get into a promo battle that leads into a brawl between the two. Making it exciting to see what they do at Dreamscape or at Wrestle Queendom. Chavo defeats Randy Hogan with a frog splash. Tag title promo battle between the men's teams at Dreamscape 5. 4v4 between the team of Debbie Malenko, Misty Blue, Tasha Simone, and Wendy Richter against the team of Crusher Mitamori, Cat LaRoe, and the pair of aces, with Team Debbie winning that. They got 42. Blitzcrank and Kidman contract signing. Blitzcrank getting star pressed through the table and told that he won't ruin Kidman's 25th defense of the title, and leading to his 24th defense right after, which is Kidman versus Mustafa Saeed with a 47, which ironically has been some of the better matches. I miss Rey Mysterio. He did this so well. Yeah, we just get through everything. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, we're not doing well with the popularity stuff, and finances we're doing fine. We're building up our finances, but we're losing popularity. That sucks. Yeah, wish I remembered to do this because I'm yapping my head off in the corner over there. Yeah, time to heal from Coco 3 freaking times. Um, Brother Spike's injured. Viewing figures, which we got like 80 something thousand. Yeah, and we changed to the logo, which I had not shown up to this point. I really like the red more than the kind of green, or you'll see it in a second. But I liked the red as opposed to the greenish um gold. I do not have a logo for Wrestle Queendom, but that's just gonna have to be okay for now. Yeah, so I think we ended up moving them a day back, and later on we decided to not do the house show this month because we're gonna make a crap ton of money anyway. I don't know why I thought that was enough time to do that, to do the freaking house show. I should have done it earlier, but it's fine. Yeah, there's not much more to talk about here. I'm gonna cut to the next clip, and I'll see y'all there. Okay, and we are on the day of Wrestle Queendom. Just went through those there. Excuse me. But yeah, like I had mentioned before, we didn't do the house show because we're gonna make a lot of money anyway from these two shows in a row. Um, now we definitely did, and you'll see that. After Wrestle Queendom, we didn't make a lot from Dreamscape, but we made a lot from Wrestle Queendom. But yeah, going to the vendor arena. We go with Univision for this one because of the we grow a lot more and we make money from it. Yeah. Big gamble, so that one's a nope. Uh, we go with that one. Big gamble, so that one's also nope. Uh, yeah, we'll just get those deleted. Yeah, I feel like we have like just way less creative points now. It did genuinely like when we were doing this. Um, yeah, we just tell him that he's not allowed back. It genuinely did feel like during this, there was a lot less going on backstage with this show, but like, and then that happened. But you'll see what happens with Dreamscape. Yeah. So we get Wrestle Queendom booked in three, two, and one. There we go. All right, and we get it started off with Shane Helms and Kid Cash versus a pair of aces for the championship, with Kid Cash defeating Yukari Osawa with the Moneymaker, making defense number one of the tag team titles. Yeah, and both teams shake hands after the match. Jacqueline versus Lilani Kai, when Jacqueline defeated Lilani Kai with a tornado DDT. Excuse me, sorry, I just ate. Lisa Moretti and Misty Blue back at it again with a 40. Yeah, that's a 40. That was 49 for a second, but yeah, that's what we do there. Okay. New Jack versus Calvaro. New Jack defeats Calvaro with a 187 in a match that was supposed to be chaotic. Makes his third defense, and he sets up an open challenge for Dreamscape to any and everybody in the locker room. Fatal five-way women's match. Nothing special. Well, we got the crowd back up in terms of heat, and then we get to our main event: Medusa Maselli versus Wendy Richter. Medusa Maselli winning with a bridging German suplex, winning the the women's world championship. And at 54, that like I was very happy with that. Um, yeah, the promo did poorly, but I was happy with everything else. We got a 50 there, which was the best show of the weekend. Yeah, uh, you'll see why. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That was the one noise that we had. Was me accidentally causing the windows to. Okay. Been a great week. We get a sip of water. All right. But yeah. So we're checking how close we are in terms of getting Dreamscape to above average. And we were at 44. We see how that goes with the next show. I didn't know I was that high with it. And oh, wait, we're about to do it again. Like, of all noises for it to make, yeah. And here I decided to do the minor band, but that doesn't help me. Like, you'll see why. Yeah. I was so smug thinking I did something great for YouTube, and here I am now re-recording over the video. Oh boy. Yeah, like I was making enough money from this weekend, but it didn't help any. Yeah, but no one gets nut off back in Bender Arena. We go to our pay-per-view broadcaster. There's one thing that confused me that we'll see when we start the show. Yeah, safe bet for Simon Diamond. And I didn't even get to use most of these because this game, the way it decides to double click. And I was just like, you know what, screw it, the show's finished, but it wasn't finished, and I'm sorry about that. Y'all didn't deserve that, or y'all don't deserve that in the next 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 7 minutes. Oh yeah, he asked for a raise. We gave it to him anyway. We're probably gonna end up firing him when we come back in a little while. But yeah, we try to get through all these, and it's not fun. Yeah, we didn't even inspire. I don't know why I didn't inspire. I think that would have helped the show. But yeah, the open forums are not helping, but we'll get the whole show booked in a minute. I don't know if I have. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we're already in the show because yeah. So yeah, let's just get through this. Random Grand Rally match. Medusa Maselli winning. It was intergender on the pre-show. I got a 47. Yeah, I talk a lot. Jared Diamond versus Shane Helms and Kid Cash. Shane Helms and Kid Cash defeating Jared Diamond to retain the championships. Shane Helms pinning Simon Diamond, making their second defense. Chris Jericho holding his ground with a 54. Honestly, everyone in this match should have gotten praise rather than the main event, but they got praise because I was kind of out of it after seeing how the show went and how everything happened, because for some reason when you click once it says to double click. But New Jack's Open Challenge against Mustafa Saeed with a 187. New Jack picks up the victory and makes his fourth defense of the championship. Moving on, we have a fatal four-way tag team match between the Blood Brothers, Team Damn Dream, the Hardys, and the Suicide Blondes, where the Blood Brothers win with a Devon Ray death drop. I got a 44, which was better than I was expecting. Better than some of these matches that we did. Noel versus Justin Credible with 36. Again, a lot of these could have been battle royal between 10 women with Jacqueline winning. I guess we could say this for the women's title, but I'm not going to make any future plans for something I'm not sure when we're coming back to. Coco Beware defeats Chava Guerrero with a Bird Buster. 47 rated match. Yeah, the feud got heat and the crowd is white hot. So, I mean, despite the fact that we barely had any promos, we're doing pretty good here, personally, until we get to the end. Not that the main event did bad, but Billy Kidman versus Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank picks up the upset victory. winning the men's TV championship with a 45 rated match. We will see what is next for Billy Kidman and Blitzkrieg as he starts to defend his championship, or his newly acquired championship. Yeah, Taz versus Dan Severn. When Dan Severn defeated Taz with a beast choker in 1601, Dan Severn wins the men's world championship. I think that's 3 new champions. He holds the title up, kind of pulls the crowd off a little. A segment could have been better, but yeah, we got a 41. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we should. Not probably going back would have helped. But yeah, the first match deserved a lot more praise than the main event did. But I was just trying to get through this. We only made 17,000 from Dreamscape 2 or 5. We gained some popularity, but arguably the worst Dreamscape so far, and I hate to say that. I really hate to say that because Dreamscape's always the best show of the year. But we don't get to see the end of the year awards until the next show or the next episode, which again I don't know when that's going to be, but yeah, we're just gonna see the viewers, and then I'm probably going to actually record this last part again, because I want to talk into the camera. But I'll do that and then send off the episode where it needs to be sent. Yeah, I was very irritated. Also irritated because my brother took the last slice of pizza. I know it was him. Like no one else could have done that because my dad had a bowl of cereal. But I don't know. Let's see, how many viewers did we get? We got 1,300, and our importance went up. So I'm gonna stop the recording here, and I'm going to record the last portion because that's what we did. Oh, we also made 50,000 or 51,000 after that. But yeah, I will see y'all in this next part. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened with the audio, but I do hope y'all have enjoyed this series so far. I hope to continue it in a few months, hopefully. Yeah, I need a break after trying to do this every week, record the episodes the night before I upload them. That it's just getting tiring. It's feeling more of a chore. I'm creatively bankrupt right now. So I'm taking a break indefinitely. We're still doing the podcast because I'm still finding that enjoyable right now. That'll be AEW All Out 2024. I haven't gotten to see that one yet, so that one's gonna be interesting. So I'll see y'all next Saturday on that one. But yeah, I hope y'all have enjoyed the series so far. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe. See y'all later.